Hello, this is upside down. I am Anna Taylor. It is November 20th, 2022. I'm here to do the brain dissection. This is take 2 because last time I dropped the meninges on my laptop and it stopped the recording, which is not great. Let me move my mouse. Yeah, that's better. So this is my kind of list of the structures, and you can see I kind of checked them off as I found them, and then I was recycling paper, so I crossed what was on the back, which was from the unit about the bones. Okay, hi. So the first thing I'm going to show you, which I sliced off the brain, is the meninges, which I'm going to hold better this time so they don't fall on my laptop. So you can kind of see it's the membrane around the brain. I was really surprised by how thick they were. I guess I just kind of wasn't expecting that. So the next thing I'm going to show you, this is our upper half of the brain. I kind of ripped off the bottom half. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the lobes, right? So here we've got the frontal lobe. The middle is the parietal lobe, right? If you go down to what would be under your ears, you got the temporal lobe, and then we have the occipital lobe kind of in the back region. And then one thing I want to show you as best as I can is that the brain has these, I guess, imagine how you think of a brain being, right? People talk about the meme about having a smooth brain. You don't have a smooth brain. It has these protrusions called gyri, and the gyri have these kind of dark ridges, I guess you would say, into the brain that are called sulci. So you can kind of see them there, the sulci and the gyri, right? Right across the middle here is the longitudinal fissure, which splits the brain into the right and the left. I actually cut the brain on the fissure, which I felt kind of bad about doing. But it's all part of the process of learning. And then on the side, here, you have the lateral fissure. So the lateral fissure is going to split the frontal and the parietal lobes from the temporal lobe, right? That one that's right under your ears. So that's the purpose of that fissure. Okay, we have the corpus callosum. So this is kind of a nerve bundle. I'm going to try and show it right there. Or maybe it shows better. I think it shows better here. This little kind of circle structure is the corpus callosum, right? So that's around then the thalamus, just right thereabouts. The thalamus is an egg-shaped circle, and it kind of takes in all of the incoming information in your brain, like a brain processing center. And it's actually really small, which I find interesting. And then right there, can you see, is the hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus is what keeps your brain in homeostasis. So then down here we have the midbrain, right? The midbrain is the, what would you call it? The I'm losing my words. Oh, the highest part of the brain stem, right? So that's kind of related to, now down here, I'm so sorry, this is the part that I yoinked off the brain. It's got the medulla oblongata right in there, and the medulla oblongata is the most bottommost part of the brain, right? The part that attaches to the spinal cord, right there. It still has the membrane on it. I was having a really hard time getting the membrane off, but we are all in there, right? That's where we have the cerebellum too, is stuck in there. Sorry, cerebellum. So that's our medulla oblongata. Then we have the cerebral cortex. So the cerebral cortex is actually kind of this outermost layer over the whole brain. So hopefully I'm kind of showing you where all of the gyri and sulci and everything are is on the cerebral cortex as far as I understand it. And then there's white matter. So the white matter is kind of it's the nerve tissue almost. You can definitely see it there, kind of all throughout here is the white matter, if that makes sense. So I hope you were kind of able to see the brain structures here. Some of them, yeah. And kind of these interestingly, kind of darker things are cranial nerves. I think they look really interesting. So that's just a bonus. I'm gonna go ahead and take off my gloves. Am I? I think I'm gonna go ahead and take off my gloves, but that's the structures that I saw during this dissection. And I was a little nervous about the brain dissection, but I was actually really cool and I really liked it.